Hello YouTube. One of the first videos that I did on pencils involved a comparison between the USA Gold pencils from the Right Dudes versus the Palomino Blackwing. And the reason why I chose to compare those two pencils together was due to a blog that I had read, where you can find the link to that blog down in the description below. But due to a comment from a viewer that I read recently, where he stated that it really wasn't such a revealing video, because we all know that the Blackwing is probably one of the darkest pencils, and really you don't really gain anything comparing it to the USA Gold. Well, I agree, but the reason I could make the comparison or put these two pencils against each other was because of those were the two pencils that were compared on the blog. But he made two good points, and that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. So let's talk about what those 2 points are. He made this point. Point number one is that the quality of these USA Gold pencils could have gone down since the time that that blog was written. I believe the date he used was 2011. However, the blog is 2012. And you will find that the pencils that I have here show that these are 2012. So I have the same pencils of that same time era that she wrote that blog. However, the difference is just the paint job. This is a yellow pencil. She had the natural wood, but the leads would be the same. And point number two was comparing it to the 602, because comparing it to the Blackwing itself, really they're in two different leagues. I agree. But like I had stated to the viewer, is that those were the two pencils that she quoted as comparing in the blog, and so those were the two pencils that I did the video on, just to show that in fact the Blackwing was such a more superior pencil than this inexpensive USA Gold pencil. But in this video now, I'm going to also compare it to the 602, which he had suggested. And I think that's a great idea, and that's why I'm doing it.
Yay!
Now, I have already sharpened these two pencils, and I do have a sharpened one inside here that we can just go ahead and take out. And I will show you this. You can see that that's a sharpened pencil. Okay, Mega Brands, Com, USA Gold, it's the number 2 HB. Here you can see this is the Palomino 602 and the Palomino Blackwing. I think it's without saying that the paint, the ferrule, the eraser, the overall quality of the Blackwing line of pencils is very, very superior than the basic yellow school type pencil that this USA Gold is. So it's really going to come down to how they feel in writing and tone quality. And as far as the quality of the wood and all that, this is a good quality wood. They're all good quality wood. I believe they're all from cedar. So I think we're all on level as far as the wood goes. So let me go ahead and move those to the side. And now she stated that she would write I guess, a few lines or a paragraph using the USA Gold. Then she would switch to the Blackwing. Then she would switch back to the Gold and so forth and so on. And she could not tell any discernible difference between the two. In that original video that I did with the Blackwing, I easily could tell a difference between the two. But we'll do all three this time. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write something down here. Now, what should I write? Let's see. Why don't I go ahead and just write down what's in the back of this box here. It says that USA Gold is a premium. Number 2, pencil. Now, right off the bat, it's a very decent tonal quality. Let me zoom in here so you can see that. Okay, it's not one of those really light pencils. It's not a super dark pencil. It's a good, right in the middle, tonal quality. But one thing though I noticed right off the bat is that you can hear the pencil scratching. Okay, so as I write, this is the USA Gold pencil noise. Now you can hear it on this camera, I'm sure. Okay, this gives you an indication of smoothness in comparison to another pencil, depending on how one sounds to the other. If it's louder, has more scratch sound to it, you know that is not as smooth. So let's then go to the original pencil that was compared to, and this is the Blackwing. And let me go ahead and write the same thing as we see here. And also, listen to the sound of the pencil. Okay, now to my ears, it was not as loud as USA Gold. And to my eyes, I think you can see quite clearly that the Blackwing is darker than the premium USA Gold. Just look at the words USA Gold itself. USA Gold is a, and you can easily see that the Blackwing is a much darker pencil. So there is no comparison here. The Blackwing is smoother, it is clearly darker. And yes, it's more expensive, but it looks like an expensive pencil as well. It is a beautiful pencil compared to just your basic yellow pencil. But for functionality, hey, they're both good pencils. Of course, the Blackwing, there is no comparison. They are not in the same league, whereas the website says, but I could not discern any noticeable difference in the function of either pencils or erasers. This was found on the blog that I was referring to earlier. They couldn't notice a difference between the two pencils. I beg to differ. But then now let's do a more realistic comparison. Let's compare it to the Palomino 602, and I think it was a valid point. So being fair, I thought I'd go ahead and do the 602. So let me write the same paragraph again. And also listen to the sound. And now the USA Gold. Okay, clearly the USA Gold is louder. It has more scratch to it. The Blackwing, and I should have wrote 602. 602. Okay, it is a quieter pencil. Now let's look at tonal quality. Compare as close as you can between the two. Okay, that's a little darker than that. That noise is definitely darker than that noise there. That Blackwing is definitely darker than USA Gold. So for the most part, it is slightly darker. But the 602 is closer to this USA Gold, of course, than the Blackwing itself. However, they are not comparable either. Again, the 602 is a better looking pencil, and it is a smoother pencil. See how much louder that is? And as far as darkness, let's see. Any pressure here. All right, I think it's pretty clear. You can achieve a lot better with the 602. It is smoother. It's going to wear down quicker. You can see that it's already starting to get a blunt end on there. Let's get that focused. Starting to get a little blunt, but still a lot of writability there. And then there's your USA Gold. Still, it's a little blunt, but still got a long ways to go. Okay, and last, let's just do this. This is the USA Gold. You know what? I'm going to use drawing paper for this. The USA Gold on drawing paper. The Palomino Blackwing 602. Okay, you can make the comparison. Gold on the left, the Blackwing on the right. On drawing paper, looks pretty close. Smear test. Boy, waiting for this thing to focus is really something. There we go. Okay. So, it's close enough. The tonal quality, it's right on the edge, in my opinion. This is smoother. It's much more pleasant to write, which means that I can detect a noticeable difference between the two pencils. Now, of course, the argument is you can buy a package of these for $1.50, or you can buy a package of the Palominos for 22 bucks. Obviously, for your kids, I would definitely buy these. But for us older guys and girls, let's treat ourselves to some luxury and enjoy the pleasures of writing with pencil with the Blackwing. If you like this re-review, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Leave comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.